just finished up a massive renovation, and we're just trying to help the golf course become more established as time goes on. Well, it was really a very fast-paced kind of thing. We started the project back in August. We finished up in mid-May of this year, and very condensed timeline. We finished up, we opened up the golf course Memorial Day weekend. We stayed committed to crunching things together very tightly, which ultimately forced us to do things during the winter months that most superintendents normally don't do. We use tarps on our greens to continue to seed the greens throughout the winter months and try to play a game and heat them up. If you're growing them in during the winter months, you obviously care about the soil temperatures and how low the soil temperatures can go to still allow the grass to germinate and come up. And so, I worked with their agronomist, Lewis Sharp, very closely and just tried to get as much information about their product as I could. Talked to several guys around the country that were growing it and just tried to become very comfortable with the product. I knew that I wanted a turf that I could get very, very fast to kind of keep up with today's times. And that's kind of why we chose what we did. With those turf covers and keeping those soil temperatures in the 50s, even when it was 30 degrees outside, still allowed that grass to make progress.
The pure distinction is invincible. It can grow in the winter and then it tolerates the heat pretty well, and bent grasses doesn't usually do that, and these new bent grasses and pure distinction, it's just unbelievable.
First of all, I knew it was here for 4 years on my nursery, so I knew that the confidence there that the stuff would live was great. But then ultimately just being able to cut the stuff so short, cut it very tight, and I knew that, my ball roll would be good and the speeds would be what the membership was paying for. We wanted them to kind of stagger and get these greens ready, and some superintendents will wait until they have 9 greens ready before they seed them, and we chose not to do that. We actually started seeding greens towards the end of September. We continue to seed them all winter long, and we've got our last green seeded the 3rd of March. But with the tarps, we were able to play some games in the spring and try to keep things warmer, which allowed us to push these things through and get people out on them as early as 10 or 12 weeks. A lot of that goes back to the bent grass itself. I mean, not all grasses can do that. This stuff does well when it's cool outside. The club closed the front 9 on August 1st, and we kept the back 9 open until September 15th. So Chandler kind of managed the guys for a while and kept the back 9 open, and so the members can continue to play, and then I went fully on the construction side. We chose to keep 5 of the old 1991 greens. We didn't rebuild them all.
It really was a team effort from going to pulling tarps, watering, having all hands on deck. It's very rewarding having the membership enjoy the course that we have now.